My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I'm viewing 1 million Elixir. Fantastic. This is £63 for 50ml, £87 for 100ml, and if you love it, £123 for 200ml. This is fruity and vanilla, and the top notes are Divana apple, high notes are rose damascena, Obsmith cedarwood, base notes are vanilla absolutes, tonka bean and patchouli. Vanilla absolute's £10,000 a kilogram. Do we have our bottles of 1 million Elixir? Are we engaged with the higher self? Let's get testing. So what do you think the word elixir means? And what do you think of all those notes? To me, an elixir means super concentrated, really strong concentration, built base heavy. As you heat up, you get elevation from it. It shouldn't be, what I think of it is it shouldn't be top heavy and gone in 2 hours. It should be base heavy and expanse off. I'm kind of dreading this, but hey ho. Oh, so crunchy, synthetic, sweet, strong. I'm gonna let it dry down because I think it's gonna dry. I love the apple note in it. Isu Super, Hedione, Choice of Good Muss, Galaxide, Hannibalide, which reminds me of Hannibal Lecter. It smells quite metallic. And in fruit accords, it can give sort of this feel to it, which sort of is a little bit sort of like malic acid, which is the acid that's in apples. So that sort of sharp, appley thing is the Hannibalide mixed with the sort of the coumarin, vanillin, ethyl vanillin, ethyl malta right at the top, smashing you in the face, getting in your teeth, candy sweet. This is strong. Strong. I'm never going to get this thing off my skin. Sweet corporate perfumery, this. At the top is a high projection wood, which is called dextro or nolimbanol, and the isomer of nolimbanol is timberol, which is much cheaper. Nolimbanol is really expensive. Well, it is for a smaller company. When we're buying it in 1 to 5 kilograms, it's kind of crazy. For these massive companies buying direct from China, they get it really, really cheap. But nolimbanol is a high impact ambery woody raw material. And these high impact raw materials, especially the nolimbanol, timberol, javanol, all that kind of stuff, it smells clean and woody and amber. And it works really, really well with kind of this. I mean, it's giving you that sort of top note of wood, masculinity. Nolimbanol can smell quite masculine as well. These sort of high impact, woody, ambery raw materials can smell sort of like high impact. Mixed with the Isu Super gives it that ambery, woody feel that you're getting from this. Absolutely bergamot, absolutely mandarin, absolutely nutmeg. And nutmeg works beautifully with vanilla, coumarin, ethyl maltol. And I haven't got a problem with ethyl maltol. I want to put that out there. Sometimes if it goes with the fruit acetates and all of that stuff, sometimes it can just make it smell like sugary, sweet, vomit-inducing sweetness to it. But if it's dosed right with all of it, it can smell sort of like ice creamy, especially with ethyl vanillin at the top. For me personally, there's other ways to sweeten a formulation than ethyl maltol chucked at the top. You can use sweeter citruses. There's lots of raw materials that you can do. I haven't got a problem with it. I prefer ethyl maltol dosed lower, and sort of the vanilla molecules sort of high with sort of like the sweet oranges, beautiful mandarin, all these sort of sweet thing. Clementine's very nice. Sort of all quite nice. I don't dislike it. I've got to be really honest with you. I kind of quite like it. And I think if I was 16 to 18, which is the demographic for it, I kind of would love it, to be honest with you. And I think there is a place for this. There's obviously, for this whole range to be built around sort of that saccharine sweet thing, there's a place for it and people love it. This isn't particularly offensive. I've got to be really honest with you. The robot one, which I had to have therapy for weeks, that one kind of was just the assimilation of everything sweet in it. And that's why I didn't like it. This is more thought to it. This is of the vanilla, ethyl vanillin, coumarin, ethyl maltol. It was sort of like nutmeg. So this is much, much, much more palatable. On to my final thoughts. This is absolutely aimed for, the price and everything is aimed for sort of like 16 to 24. When you're 16 to 24, you like sweeter fragrances. You know, you don't like things particularly complex. You like things quite sweet. So I'm going to judge it from that sort of age group. And that's not to say if you're sort of older, you won't like this, because some people like to smell sweet. This is a massive corporate company, so this is safe, legal, compliant, corporate perfumery, everything at the right place, completely safe and legal. The price is excellent. I mean, this is when the big companies can sort of smash tiny companies like my own. They're buying these things in for pennies. We get hit by all these charges and things, which is incredibly annoying and frustrating. It limits creativity. I'd love to use an all-in, but not really, really high up, but it's kind of crazy for a kilo. But these companies can just sort of get it for next to nothing. Do I like it? I really like it. I mean, if I was 16 to 18, I kind of would love this. I think this is unisex, actually. I think not all girls want to smell like sweets. Not all girls want to smell of like flowers. I think this is totally unisex. This is long-lasting, beautiful bit of radiance, excellent corporate perfumery. I actually really like it, which I'm a little bit ashamed to say, to be honest. I feel like I need to go off and have more therapy, but I do like it. If it was a choice of the Robot or the Elixir, I'll take the Elixir. Now, personally, I wouldn't gravitate to this at all, because I like much more complex perfumery. You know, how would I improve upon this? Patchouli, oud. Then the price goes up, you see, the moment you add these raw materials that are £40,000 a kilogram. And that's kind of, I would rather spend my money on naturals that are crazy expensive than aroma chemicals that are crazy expensive. If that sort of makes sense to you. That's my thinking. I love the apple note. The apple note's beautiful. I think this is really, really good perfumery. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong about it, but I just think it's got its place. It's one of these things. I wouldn't wear it, but if I was 16, I would absolutely wear it. I'd love it. I think it's fun, youthful, easy to wear, sugary sweet, intoxicating, all that kind of stuff. This is more like, because it's an elixir, it's heavy, concentrated. This is more like a night fragrance, a date fragrance. This is definitely younger, unisex, I think. But this is like this would be a good date fragrance. You know, if you're sort of 16 to 21 and you're going on your first date, I think this is awesome for it. And that's what I'd recommend it for. If you're older, you're not going to like it. But I don't think we're sort of kidding ourselves, are we really? As we get older, the nose matures and we like different things, more complex sort of notes. This is all right. I mark it an 8 out of 10. I think it's way better than the Robot. And I think it is what it is. You know, it's like a vanilla-y, tonka beanie, sweet, apple-y sort of thing. Is what it is. So hope you love that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content. Lots of moving hands, and lots of fragrance views. Hope you're staying safe and well. I'll see you soon.